talks about arithmetic operators in Java. So arithmetic operators are very important operators that are widely used in programming language. It can be any programming language. For example, if you consider Java, without arithmetic operators you can't write even a single you can't even solve a single real-time problem. So that's the power and that's the need of arithmetic operators in real world. So it is not only related to Java. Even if you take any other languages like Python or C# or C++, you could see the arithmetic operators importance in every programming language. So we can relate these arithmetic operators with our mathematical operators. In mathematics we have used plus, minus, into, division operator and the remainder. So we can relate those things with this arithmetic operators. Actually 90% of the mathematical operators are equal to our arithmetic operators. In plus is called additive operator in Java. The main purpose of plus is used to add two or multiple numbers. For example, if you are having we could write a program to explain that simultaneously. So we have two numbers, int a value is 10 and then int b value is 5. So here if you are writing c equal to a plus b, what it does is it will try to add two numbers and then it will try to, so what it does is c equal to a plus b. So it conveys that 10 plus 5, so c equal to 15. The resultant value would be set to the variable c. So if suppose we print c, we could see this output which is 15. So this is the arithmetic operator, arithmetic additive operator. And then the next one is, there is another use of arithmetic operator plus, which is string concat. So string concat means which will try to concat two strings and it will try to form a new string. Using that string we can do n number of operations. So we are trying to do that thing also here using some fragment of code. So d equal to Rakesh is one string and then string e equal to is a developer is another string. Suppose if we are trying to concatenate two strings, what it would do is, so we need to print string concat and then if we try to print this out, if you try to run this output, you could see the string concat Rakesh is a developer. So here what it does is it will try to take the it will try to use the value of t, which is Rakesh, and then it will try to use the value of e, which is a developer, and it will try to concatenate both the values and then the resultant value would be set to the variable f. So if you try to print this variable, you could see this Rakesh is a developer, which is a concatenated value. So now if we will go to the next operator called subtraction operator. So minus. So in mathematics we the use of minus operator is, if you want to subtract two or multiple numbers, we could use the subtraction operator. So similarly in Java or in any programming language, if you want to subtract two numbers, then you could use minus or subtraction operator. So we will try to see that. And then int g equal to a minus b. So here we are trying to use a subtraction operator. So what it will try to do is it will try to, so here g equal to a minus b. So a equal to 10 and then b equal to 5. G equal to 10 minus by 5. 5 would be set to the variable g. If you try to print this output sub, you could see the following output, which is subtraction 5. And then what we are trying to do is we are trying to see the next operator called multiplication operator. Multiplication operator, what it does is it will try to multiply two numbers or multiple numbers and it will try to give the resultant output. So for example, a star b means it will try to multiply the values of a and b and then it will try to set to the variable h, which means in this case 50, 10 into 50, sorry 10 into 5, 50 h. If you print the, if you run the program, you could see the output multiply 50, and then we are trying to see the another operator called division operator. So this division and remainder operator can be related easily using some use case. Now we will try to discuss them. So division operator and remainder operator. So first I will try to explain that using example. So here, so if you are trying to divide 10 by 5 means 10, 5 2s are 10. So here this is the quotient, this is the remainder. If you use the division operator, which means I equal to a division operator, what I would hold is the quotient value after this operation. So 10 divided by 5, the resultant quotient, which is 2, would be set to variable I. So if we print this output, you could see the following output: quotient equal to 2, and then int I equal to a, remainder operator b, and then semicolon. Sorry, we have already used the variable I. If we print the output, please try to pause this video and try to guess the output for this statement. If you would have guessed 0, then that's the correct answer. The reason behind it is a remainder b means it will get it first, it will try to divide the, if it will do the division, and then it will try to get the remainder of the division, and it will try to set the remainder value to j. So if we run this output, you could see the following. If you run this program, you could see the following output, which is remainder 0. So this is a sample program to explain arithmetic operators. If you have any other doubts, please try to convey to me. See equality and relational operators in a detailed manner. So this is also an important video for brushing up your fundamentals in programming language. So this equality and relational operators are not only present in Java, these operators are present in most of the programming languages. Almost all the programming languages support equality and relation operators. So now we are trying to I'm going to explain each operator using some sample fragment of code. Double equal to means what it does is it will try to check both numbers are equal. So in this case, what I am trying to do is int a equal to 8, int b equal to 9. So I have declared two variables, and I have set values as 8 and 9 for the variables a and b respectively. So here what I am trying to do is I am trying to do equality check. A double equal to means it will try to check both variable values are equal. So in this case, both variable values are not equal, so it would print false as an output. So if suppose if I change the value of a to 9, if I run this program, could you guess the answer for this? Yes, true. So this is the equality operator. And then not equal to means the reverse of this operator. So if suppose if I run this program, could you guess the output? Yes, false. Sorry, I haven't changed the operator at all. So if I run this program, what could the output? False, right? If suppose if I am changing this output to changing the input to 10, if suppose if I run this program, what could be the output? Yes, true. And then the next operator is greater than means it will try to check whether the first value is greater than second value. So a equal to 10, b equal to 9. In this case, a is greater than b. So what could be the output for this fragment of code? Exactly, for true. If suppose if I am trying to give this operator, which means greater than or equal to, what it's saying is it should be either greater than b or it should be equal to B. In this case, A is not greater than B, but A is equal to B. So if we run this program, what would be the output? Exactly true. And then next operator is less than. So less than, if suppose if I am changing this to 9, I am changing the operator to less than. If I run this program, could you guess the output? Exactly true. So if I am changing this A to 10 and changing the operator from less than to less than or equal to, could you guess the output? Exactly true. So I think you got the intention of relational operators in a detailed manner. If you have any other, please try to convey those doubts to me so that I can clear your doubts. To discuss about the conditional operators in the next series of videos in a detailed manner. In this video, we will try to explore conditional AND operator using some real life examples. So what is a conditional AND operator? If suppose if you have read about the electrical paper in your semesters, you would have the knowledge about the AND and OR gate. So we could relate that AND gate with the conditional AND operator. So in electrical community, AND gate is used to AND gate is used when multiple AND gate is used whenever the output needs to be 1 if all the inputs are equal to 1, which means all the inputs should be available, then only the output would be available. So similarly in Java, we could relate this AND gate with the AND operator, which means here if there are multiple conditions, all the conditions should be true. So then only the final output, which means final output would be true. So we could relate that, we can explain that conditional AND using 3 use cases. So this is the first use case, A equal to C and B equal to D. This is the first use case, and the second use case is A equal to C and A equal to D, and then B equal to C. This is the second condition. Third condition, A equal to C and B equal to C. So here in the first use case, A equal to 10, 10 equal to 10, and B value is 20, D value is also 20. So the first condition output is true, and then second condition output is true. So true and true, which is true. So in the second use case, A value is 10 and then D value is 20. 10 equal to 20 and B value is 20, whereas C value is 10. So first condition is false and second condition also false. So final output would be false. In the third use case, the A value is equal to 10, whereas C value equal to also 10, B value 20, C value 10. The first condition is true and second condition is false. So this is the tricky part in this program. So please try to predict the output for this use case. So I will give 10 seconds. Please try to predict the output. If you have predicted false, then your answer is right. The reason behind that is conditional AND follows the principle that all the conditions output should be true, then only the final output would be true. So we will try to evaluate our prediction with the actual machine output. So first use case, A equal to C and B equal to D. So we will try to run the program. True. So for our first use case exactly matching with the machine output, right? And then second use case, which is A equal to D and then B equal to C. If you run this program, false. So second use case also exactly matching with the machine output. And then third use case, which is A equal to C and then B equal to C. If we run this program, you could see the output false. So finally tricky use case also satisfies with the machine output. So finally we have covered this conditional operator and using some program. About conditional or operator in detail using some sample program. So if suppose if you have studied electrical engineering, or if you are doing electrical engineering, or if you have written any electrical paper in your exams, you would know the differences between the AND operator and OR operator. In OR operator, if any of the conditions is right, then the final output is right, which means true. So similarly in Java, if we use conditional OR operator, if any of the conditions are right, then the final output is true. So we are trying to explore that using some example. So in this program, what I have done is I have created 4 variables A, B, C, D, and I have assigned the values 10, 20, 10, 20 respectively. So here we are trying to evaluate 3 conditions, 3 expressions to evaluate the conditional OR operator. A equal to C, or B equal to D. This is the first use case. Second use case is A equal to C, or A equal to D, or B equal to C. This is the second condition. Third condition is A equal to C, or B equal to C. This is the second condition. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to evaluate manually. 10 equal to 10, or 20 equal to which D 20. So first condition output true, second condition output true. So final output would be, since all the conditions are true, the final output is true. So if we will try to evaluate a prediction with the actual machine computation. We will say whether our output and the machine output is same, exactly right. And then second condition, use case is A equal to D, which means 10 equal to 20, or B value 20 equal to 10. So the first condition is false, and then second condition also false. So here both the conditions are false, and so the final output would be false. We will evaluate once again. If we run this output, we will get false. So the final use case, which is the important use case according to this program. So A 10, C 10, or B 20, C 10. So first condition is true, second condition is false. So here only one condition is true. So according to conditional OR operator principle, if any of the condition is true, it can be one condition true, it can be multiple condition true. If any of the conditions is true, the final output would be true. So this is my prediction. We will try to evaluate our prediction with actual machine output. So if you run this output, you could see the true. So this is the simplest explanation of conditional OR operator. Now we are going to write a program to convert inch to centimeters, which is the simplest program to explain arithmetic operation. So the basic formula to convert inch to centimeter is 1 inch equal to 2.54 centimeter. If suppose if you are having 10 inches, 10 into 2.54 equal to 25.4 centimeters. If you have calculator, then you could use you could easily convert this inch to centimeters. If suppose if you want to write a program, then you need to follow these steps. So first you need to get input from the user. So before getting the input from the user, you need to analyze that what kind of input that would be better suits the inch. For example, you need to pick one data type from these data types: integer, double, float, boolean. So what could be the best data type to hold the inch data? Try to think the question for a couple of seconds and try to answer me. If you have guessed double, then you are right. Reason behind that is user can give the inches in absolute value, which is 1. User can give the input in decimal values, for example 10.89764532 centimeter, like that. So the best data type would be double. And the next step is create a variable to hold the inch data. So we need to create a variable to hold the inch data. So that would be inch. The variable name would be inch. That would be holding the inch value that was given by the user. And then we need to do the arithmetic operation. Arithmetic operation is user inch value into 2.54, and then we need to print on this screen. So these are the steps, and we are trying to replicate those steps using Java programming. Here initially what we are trying to do is we are trying to create the scanner object. So using the scanner object, we are trying to get the input from the terminal in double format, scanner dot next double. So it would read the double value from the terminal, and that would be stored in inches variable. And then what we are trying to do is we are trying to convert this inches to centimeter. Inches into 2.54. If the user has given 10 inches, means 10 into 2.54, the centimeters would be 25.4. If the user has given 100, means 100 into 2.54, then 254 centimeters. Correct? No. Alright, 254 centimeters. So that would be converted and would be stored in CMS. So, and then finally we have printed those information on the terminal using system.out.println inches. This inches would be given by the user, centimeters that was converted by us using this arithmetic operation. If we execute this program, it would ask us to enter the inches. I am trying to give 100. It would convert the inches to centimeter as 254 centimeters. So this is a sample program.